They did it. Verse. They actually released the Snow White trailer. Wow. They actually did it. Right now, as I'm looking just at the thumbnail for the trailer, right, it is at number 2 trending. It's the second most trending video right now on YouTube. And people are watching the trailer for the wrong reasons, honestly. Let's be real. This is by far the most controversial live-action Disney film that Disney has released. And a little bit is on Disney's end, but it's mainly had to do with his lead actor, Rachel Zegler. Whoa, Lord have mercy. I am telling you, Verse, I have never, ever have come across a film that's had this much controversy with their lead star as much as Rachel Zegler. And I thought Brie Larson was bad. Let me fill you in on some things that I've heard about the film, and then I'm going to react to it and give you my thoughts afterwards. And what's even crazier is that they didn't even close the comment section. It's open. I'm going to be reviewing and seeing what it is that people are saying about the trailer, you know? Obviously, I haven't seen it. But when it comes down to Snow White, man, it's crazy. It's like I want to see the film, but I don't, just because I personally do not give two shits. But what interests me isn't necessarily the film itself. It's the controversy around it. Rachel Zegler has said so many things to the point where it basically destroyed this movie. Disney has tried to save this film over and over and over, and every single time Rachel Zegler ruins an opportunity to just put out the fire because she starts a new one. I shit you not, by the way. The only reason why people are watching the trailer, or if they come off as interested about it, is because they either want to hate watch this movie, or they just want to basically hate on Rachel Zegler just because of a lot of what she said. The most recent thing that I've heard her come out about, and people were pissed, was that she came out on her Instagram. She gave a comment talking about how she didn't agree with the election. That's fine. She doesn't have to agree with it. But instead of just leaving it at that, she wanted to go further by then saying that I hope that all Trump supporters don't find peace. I hope that Trump himself doesn't find peace. I hope that the majority of you guys don't find peace. She said that I'm not going to really go on Twitter anymore because it's Elon Musk, and because of that, I'm going to be off the platform because of random reasons. And then I was like, yeah, like people are really gonna care about what Rachel Zegler of all people have to say. And then not even a day or two later, then she came out with an apology. I already knew she was gonna apologize. I was like, there's no freaking way Disney's gonna allow that, to have their lead star for a company like Disney to go out and start attacking their fan base, or just start attacking people, criticizing them for the dumbest reasons, and not get consequences for that. And sure enough, I am so sorry. I let my emotions get the best of me. I want to apologize. We are all hurting. And I was like, you know, you don't have to say anything. Like, look, we all have the right to give an opinion about something, absolutely. But when you just go based on emotion and you just start talking out of your ass, you're gonna get criticism. You can't talk that heavy and not expect criticism and then come off as the victim. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, it does not work that way. I've seen that happen with celebrities, and I've seen that happen with people that I know just because of that whole election that went down. It did not end well for a majority of them, to the point where some of them even had to get off social media. That's how bad it was, because they were talking too much shit, and then because of that, they couldn't handle the backlash, and now they're off it right now. But I know people that aren't even on social media right now, and they're barely on it just because of a lot of what went down with this whole election. It's crazy. So now that Snow White is out, I've even heard that movie theaters have been already showing the trailer before it even came on YouTube. That's how much Disney is just trying to go around the criticism, but at this point, they can't avoid it. They can't. It's just, too much has been done, Verse. Too much has been done. With that said, I'm just gonna say this before I get to the trailer. Again, if you have an opinion about something, by all means, say what you're gonna say. I would just say be smart about it, right? Don't insult anybody, and don't criticize anybody if there's no reason to, you know what I mean? Don't start going out there talking out of your ass if you have nothing to back it up. It is that simple. And if you want to give a fair opinion, keep it fair. If you want to keep it simple, keep it simple. But when you just start criticizing and attacking your fan base, I mean, like, what do you think's gonna happen? It's just, I don't know, man. Rachel Zegler, I don't see her working in Hollywood anymore after all this backlash with Snow White. Just too much has happened. Like, after all these complications, who's gonna want to work with her? Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't ever wish anything bad on her, nor do I want her to, like, suffer career-wise or nothing like that. But she pretty much did that to herself. Well, that said though, Verse, now putting all the controversy on the side about everything that she has done and said around the movie, now it's time to get to the main film of Snow White itself. Oh My word. This is gonna be interesting. Well, verse, with that said, let's get to it. Okay, here we go.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness, but the queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But the lovely maiden I now behold.
I look at you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
The queen is evil.
I don't-
Flee into the woods.
Okay.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place. Hello? Is there anybody here?
Uh-oh. Whoa, yeah.
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Wow, the dwarfs, they're
You'll be safe from the queen here.
The queen stole everything from all of us. I'm gonna need your help. It's time to restore our kingdom.
I mean, visually it looks good, but
Find Snow White.
This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying. I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
well, that was the Snow White official trailer. Yeah, I have thoughts. Alright, verse, well, you know, regardless of the controversy, I like to treat everything I see fairly, right? So, like always, I'm going to start off with the positives and then get to the negatives, because there is actually a lot of negatives here. So, let's get to it. So, the positives. Obviously, visually, it looks good. People are saying that the CGI it's very heavy. I mean, they're not wrong. Yeah, in certain aspects, but I mean, you know, world-based wise, yeah, it looks good. It pretty much gives that Disney vibe, absolutely, but unfortunately, there's just a lot there that just, okay, this is fucking bad. I can't really give too much positives here, so I can't say positives without the negatives, so I'm gonna get straight to the negatives. That's literally how much I have issues with this trailer, so let's get to it, huh? So, first of all, it comes off really cringy. There's just certain things that Gal Gadot, it's mainly with Gal Gadot here. Her performance is clearly fine. It's just, I don't see Gal Gadot intimidated by Rachel Zegler's Snow White. It's not believable. Now, when she becomes like the witch, you know, like, you know, with the white hair and everything, right, with the little pimple and all that, yeah, like, if she had that look the whole time, it'd make more sense, not the whole entire time because they're following the story, but, you know, if it was like that the majority of the time, it would make more sense, you know what I mean? But because it's Gal Gadot, and she's clearly freaking beautiful, you know, and then part of the reason why she hates Snow White and why she's intimidated by her is because people love her beauty, you know, she has this vibe about her. I don't see that with Rachel Zegler's Snow White. And I'm trying not to say Rachel Zegler, but I just see Rachel Zegler. You know what I mean? I don't see Snow White just because of so much of the BS that she's done with this film. And putting that aside, right? The singing's whatever. It's not bad. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, because it's Rachel Zegler, the singing's terrible. No, like, it's fine for what I've heard. It's decent. You know, it's like any other live action film that we've seen so far. Unfortunately, the controversy just killed this film. There's just too much surrounding it to the point where you just can't really buy into it unless you're like a kid or something. You really can't vibe with it. When it comes down to the 7 dwarves, right? It was a 6 or 7, I think. Look, I'll say this. Yeah, the CGI is really heavy there. It's so noticeable. You know, like they come off very cartoonish, sure. But I will definitely say, in its defense, it is better than the original 7 dwarves that we were originally going to have. Like, if you're looking at what I think you're looking at right now, right, if I pull it up, you know, this is originally what they were supposed to be until the photo got leaked, and people were like, what the hell is that? Wait, so you're going to do Snow White instead of the 7 dwarves? You're having 7 random adults, or just 7 people? Like, who are they, right? And Disney reshot it and then basically say, oh, we gotta give the 7 dwarves originally. If we don't do that, it's gonna cause problems. From what I've seen, there's a prince. I mean, they copied the mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Like, the mirror was great. I mean, I like that part. Pretty much got that part right. But other than that, there's really not too much for me to say here that I really like. I mean, there's just too much drama surrounding it. That's all I can talk about, and I'm trying to avoid that. But like, you look at the trailer and there's nothing here. You know, I mean, the environment looks cool. You know, her performance seems fine. I'll say that. Rachel Zegler's performance looks fine. It's just who's playing Snow White. You know, that just tarnished this movie, unfortunately. Other than that, though, verse, I mean, I can't really say anymore, but what I will say, though, putting the trailer aside, let's read the comment section. So, first comment, I'll give Disney some credit. They are brave enough to leave the comment section open. Rachel Zegler, Snow White is not going to be saved by the prince. The prince, good, because I'm here for your stepmother. Damn. They're roasting this film. Disney, we are a diverse and inclusive company. Also, Disney, we didn't hire dwarves. I'd like 1 ticket for the comment section of the new Snow White trailer, please. Oh, it's free? Awesome. I'll have a large bucket of popcorn to go with it. Yeah, exactly. You want to go to the comment section. Oh, you know they're reading all this stuff. You know they are. Gal Gadot. Magic Mirror. I hate Magic Mirror. By the way, it's not Magic Mirror. It's Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, right? It was a freaking Mandela effect. Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, who's the fairest of them all? But here, this person said, Magic Mirror on the Wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirror, you are, your majesty. Cut to credits. That's what I'm saying. You can't take this version of Snow White seriously because the actors that they picked to play these roles, they don't fit. You pick someone as beautiful as Gal Gadot to play the witch, and it just doesn't work because the witch is supposed to be jealous of Snow White. But if you were to compare Snow White to the witch, I'm gonna be like, well, I mean, you're telling me who's hotter. I mean, I'll be honest. The witch. I mean, wait, you're intimidated by her? I don't know, man. This whole diversity stuff and, you know, this message that Disney's doing, by the way, they're not doing very good, by the way. They're really not. So that aside, I got the feeling that this movie's gonna have more comments on YouTube than tickets sold. Relive the classic story. Also, Disney changes the classic story. I'm still struggling to believe Disney is actually going forward with this train wreck. Stunning and brave, Disney. Stunning and brave. Yeah, that's true. I'm genuinely surprised they didn't cancel it. I'm really surprised they didn't just, you know what? We're gonna have to just redo Snow White some other time and just wait till the heat dies down because it's just not happening. I want the Queen to win in this version. Damn. Oh, people are just... I don't recall Snow White starting a revolution in the original, but okay. Funny how they write the classic story comes to life, but we get CGI dwarves instead of real dwarves. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you know, that's a good point. I don't understand why they couldn't just find real dwarves. Look, I grew up watching Harry Potter, right? I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter is part of the reason why I honestly wanted to become an actor. That's a different story for another day. That aside, in Harry Potter, they hired actual dwarves to play like the trolls and stuff like that in the franchise. So here, when it comes down to some of the Disney films, why don't you just hire dwarves to play the characters that require them? I just don't understand that. It's just a lot of like, oh, we want to go this way and diversity this way and representation this way. And I'm just like, guys, if you want to do representation, then do the story justice. You putting in what you want and you making all these changes that don't need to be there is what's tarnishing your films. Every single live Disney film has been criticized over and over and over. Look, Verse, this is my thought on the film, right? Obviously, Disney has put in a lot of time as well as money, definitely a lot of money into this film. Me personally, and it's easy for me to say because I'm just a viewer, you know, I'm nothing there or anything like that, but as someone that's keeping up to date with all the controversy going on with this, and someone, I will say, I still wouldn't really want to watch the movie. I honestly don't care for it. but a lot of people are really giving their opinions on it, and just the controversy surrounding it, I would honestly just say just scrap the film. It's not worth it. I really don't know what you're expecting releasing this Snow White film. I mean, yeah, people put the time and money into it, but I personally don't think it's gonna do well. I bet you they're gonna let only a few people see this film very early, obviously, and when they come out with the verdicts, if they're high, it's because they're paid off. And if they're super low, it should just tell you that's where the film is at. For all you know, let's say the film isn't really too bad. Maybe the film is decent. Just decent. But regardless of that though, Verse, I mean, this is just a shit show. With everything surrounding this film, and it's not even necessarily sticking to the original story. Even I was like, when I was watching it, I'm thinking, so Snow White, what, like, fought against a witch in a castle and had, like, this revolution? Even the guy in the comment section said it. It's just not there. Again, I don't really know what Snow White. I don't really know what Rachel Zegler's gonna do after this film. I'm really curious to know. Verse, let me know what you guys thought of this trailer. I honestly don't have too many positives because there are some minor positives about the trailer, but they're just overshadowed. It's just, even if you wanted to talk good about it, you can't because it's too heavy. You know, it's too heavy what's going on with this. So let me know what you guys think, Verse. I mean, this film is already getting railed on. Give it another day, the views are going to go higher and higher, as well as the comment section. I wouldn't be surprised if the comment section went in harder and harder and harder, that eventually Disney turns off the comment section. I would not be surprised. So with that said though, Verse, let me know what you guys think. I look forward to hearing your opinion. Yeah, a lot to talk about on this one. So with that said though, Verse, if you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification for more content as always. Look forward to the next video, Verse, and with that said, I'll see you next time. Later, Verse.